What is going on, guys? We are back with another video on the Falcons Primetime franchise and a couple of new faces on the squad. We signed Rodney Hudson from free agency. I don't know if that was just this week only or if we had him last week as well. But we also made a trade, Jalen Collins for the right guard. Well, technically tackle, moving him to the right guard. Made some moves last second to try and make this team as great as we can. 90 overall to the 84 overall Redskins. A tough opponent, definitely one of the better users in the league for sure. You can see we have the overall, but statistically he has us beat. But of course we have been struggling on the ground with Freeman, so Hudson and hopefully the right guard for us, the new guys, should come out and make some plays. And look at the early start on the kick return to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 11 now after a stuff from the run, which is a really shocker. Bit of a shocker to us. And you could see there, if Robinson doesn't get a hand on that, I 100% would have had a pick with whoever I was. Campbell, I don't know who it was, to be honest. Speaking of should have had a pick, Semple dropping a wide open one. Super easy there. Anyways, 4th and 11. Bit of a mistake here by us. Going to be 100% honest. Look at this. Why? I cut inside, is trying to get the block to cut back left. Never happened. Should have just cut inside, then cut right back out, but just completely blew it either way. 1st down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Blind as a bat, cutting to the right when I had the lane to the left. It's just, when you got to go against J.J. Watt, it's a tough time, especially since we've just been playing poorly in general. Here, could have taken off. Turns out to be a good decision. We find Cardona underneath, deep in the open field. Gets the play in there. 1st and 10, starting off with some pressure. Cook going down and sitting on top of Watt. I don't know what that's all about. 2nd and 10, though, from the 41-yard line. Looking for anyone open. Here, throwing it a little late to Henry Johnson, who doesn't hold on to it. 3rd and 15 now from the 46 after a penalty. Can we convert over the middle? And that, luckily, was not intercepted. So we would have to punt it. So both teams not doing too well. Both having to punt to the other team. That is terrible by us. A design strip there, of course, because we had the safety help. Did not do well there on defense, but we do have him still at the 36. That's not too bad. And over the middle, look at the user. The lurk with Vic Beasley, who's had so many picks this season, considering he's supposed to be a pass rusher. Here rolling out to the right, looking for anyone open. Who do we have open? Julio Jones, who does come down with the catch. 1st and 10 from the 37. And huge hit over the middle. Just not holding on to the passes we really should. I know a hit stick is a hit stick, but still. 1st down there for Freeman on 2nd and 10 from the play action. 2nd and 9 after a short run, which is basically the story of our lives on the ground. And here we are going to run the ball, and Freeman catches a little bit of room down to the 18-yard line. 3rd and 2. Can we turn this into a touchdown? Yes, we can. Jensen. Rocket Jensen with the catch. The big man scoring a touchdown there. Up 7, nearing the end of the 1st quarter. 2nd and 11 to the outside, and Keanu Neal makes a great play. That was a user adjustment for us. We were supposed to blitz him, and I pulled him back into a purple, and it worked out to the best. Freeman catching some blocks. One man to beat, and he cannot do it. Honestly, nothing we really could have done there. We have no trucking back in Madden this year. Trucking's the only thing you can do, really. Trucking and stiff arms. So, there to the outside, Jensen makes the catch after a no gain on the run again. 2nd and 10 turns into a 3rd and 4 after J.J. Watt, somehow aware enough to see it, goes for the play, and look at that. Terrible decision. Luckily, it works out. Terrible decision. I should have threw that so much sooner. Y is open there. J.J. Watt up the middle, destroys us. He's been such a force so early in this game. It's ridiculous. 3rd and goal. And that's somehow picked down to the 1-yard line. I don't know how. Henry Johnson was in front of it. I thought it was going to be one of those plays where the ball gets tipped, then maybe gets picked, but should not have been a pick straight off the bat, honestly. Here on 1st and 10, catches a guy over the middle, and the possession does work. And look at the pressure by us, but it doesn't matter because it's a handoff. God damn, we might have even had a touchdown on that play with the strip potential. Speaking of strip potential, there is more strips. 1st and 10 turns into 2nd and 1, and that's my least favorite down. 2nd down and short is rough, and look at the block there. getting hit right as he's catching it, and he holds on still. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Screen play. Can we get there? We can't. Oh, look at the play. Keanu Neal making the read, getting there, and forcing the fumble. So we do get the ball back, up 7-0, 2nd and 11 from the 37. And look at J.J. Watt yet again, getting there, making the play. 3rd and 10 now, going for a screen pass. We have a little bit of blocks, and not patient enough. We did not catch the block from the left tackle, so we are forced to kick our field goal. Either way, up 10 so far. Over the middle. I should have had that. I moved away right as he threw it. Didn't expect him to throw it there, and unfortunately he did. Huge hit stick. Yet again, possession caught. I don't know who number 10 is, but he's catching just about everything. Over the middle. Thought he was going to throw over the middle. Throws it aside, and Vic Beasley could have had himself another pick. For some reason, didn't want to go for it. Either way, 3rd and 10 is the play. Can we make a stop? And I don't know what the hell happened there, as that one should have been picked, because that's a cornerback. Either way, it would cause another punt. 1st and 10, throwing to Cardona a little late, but still gaining some yards. 24 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the 36-yard line, going for the screen. It's a successful one so far. Can we get some room? Down to about the 50-yard line. Didn't quite pan out the way it probably should have. But I've been patient. I've been pretty patient. Just hasn't worked out. They're going for a catch, and obviously in traffic for us. We are not going to come away with that in the slightest. Over the middle, Julio Jones. Of course he drops it. 4 seconds left. Subbing in Stafford, obviously, because he's got the strongest arm on the team. Can he get it to the end zone? Can he give us a shot? And he will. Can we make the play? And of course we cannot. That's a tough play to make. 10-0 start, though. I believe we do get the ball. Yes, we do. Start of the 3rd quarter here. 1st and 10. Going for the run, and Freeman has room, and we can't quite get the block, but we do get the edge and finally gaining a 1st down on the ground. 2nd and 8 after a short failed run yet again. Look at Henry. Henry freaking Johnson with the truck stick. 2nd and inches to the outside. The newly acquired fullback makes the catch, converts on 3rd and inches. Gives us a 2nd and 10 because, once again, another failed run. Just not working out. Great throw to Julio Jones. Surprisingly, with no run game, still able to throw it at a pretty high level. You can see we're starting at 2nd and 10 just about every time. Every single time, because when I run it, it doesn't work. And even when I don't run it on 1st down, it still just does not work. And looking for someone, and we don't get it. I don't know if that's J. No, it was not. It was Kerrigan, but J.J. Watt wasn't far behind, which would lead to a field goal. So up 13-0, 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter. He's got a chance to drive. Can he do it? 2nd and 10, 3 minutes flat. What's going to be the outcome? Looking for someone open. He got someone over the top. Does not come down with it. 3rd and 10 now. Same scenario. Can we get the stop? It would be almost game-changing, almost game-finishing. And once again, in coverage. Oh, Jesus, what was that? In coverage, the possession catch in the clutch. I don't know if that guy is the clutch trade or what, but Jesus, he probably does. Look at that there, coming in there with the user blitz. Thought it was a run, so I just came up and I was like, I have the lane here. I'm going to take it. Doesn't quite work out because we didn't get the sack, but still came close. And speaking of coming close, almost a 1st down, which will lead to a field goal, which is the 1st points of the game for the Redskins. And here, looking to run the ball. Can we do it successfully? Of course not. J.J. freaking Watt has absolutely disrupted the game. Without J.J. Watt, we could have been up by another, I don't know, 7+ points. Here on 2nd and 12, looking for someone open. That's exactly what we get. The tight end, who almost breaks it free. And, of course, a flag, which would go on us, and we're all the way back to the 37. Just doesn't want to go right for us. And there, I'm going to chuck one up because we're in trouble. On 1st and 10, that was risky as hell. But luckily, it wasn't picked. Dropped like it probably should have been in the Henry Johnson type one. And look at J.J. Watt again. J.J. Watt again making yet another play. 3rd and 10 to the outside. Cardona with the clutch catch, getting the 1st down. Past the 4th quarter now. 13-3. That's a 10-point lead into the 41-yard line. Looking for anything at all, and that's not what we're looking for. That could be a pick 6. Will it be running down the field? It is terrible, terrible read. I don't know what was going through my head there. And, of course, it's picked. I mean, it's wide open. It's right there. You expected catch those when it's right there. 1st and 10. Thought I had him open. Didn't quite. 2nd and 10 now, running to the outside. And we get stripped, and somehow the ball stays in. So everything that could have went wrong is going wrong. But the defense doesn't give up early. And look at that. Look at that. The rookie making a huge play there. 13 all now. 6 minutes in the 4th. How this game has changed. Freeman, one man to beat. And, of course, just not been working well on the ground. I mean, we got 8 yards there, but at the end of the day, that's still not great. Running up the middle, getting the 1st down easily. Well, quote-unquote easily. 1st and 10 yet again. Ground game maybe developing late here, and yes, it is. Oh, my God, if we make the play, if we jump over and run around and whatever it is, that might have been a touchdown. 3rd and 9 now from the 34-yard line, looking for anyone and all. Who is it? Julio Jones, and he clutches up yet again with a crazy catch on 3rd down. Freeman up the middle, gaining some more yards. 8-yard gain there. The yards are starting to tack up a little bit on the ground. 2nd and 2 to the outside. Cordero Patterson making a man miss. Huge hit to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 9. Can we get some yardage? We can. Freeman, he gets the 1st down. 15-yard line. 140 left. Can we finish this game? Running up the middle, and who is it? Who is it? J.J. Watt again. 2nd and 10 now from the 15-yard line. 1:35 on the clock. The clock did stop because of the timeout. Looking for someone, and the clock stops because we throw it, and it gets hit to the ground. 3rd and 10 here. We're going to have to kick a field goal if we don't get this touchdown. There it is. No, it's not. It's another pick from behind. I don't know what's going on, but Henry Johnson has just not been there. He's in front of the ball, and somehow he's not making the play, and it's picked off. So just like that, when you thought we would retain the lead with a touchdown or a field goal, it's his ball all tied up. There is a flag, and it could have been picked off again. Doesn't, though. So 1st and 10, 1:15 in the 4th quarter, and a sack up the middle there by Tyrus Jackson. And what is going to go on here? 2nd and 29, playing a bit of coverage. No pressure, of course. No pressure at all. He's got a guy leaking on the playmaker. Playmaker, so tough to cover, and I did really well there, and somehow Jordan Reed, I mean, he's a great player, so it makes sense, holds on to the play, and here, no. Could it be all the way down to the 29? It's do or die. If we don't make the stop, we're going to have our 1st loss of the season. Make the stop, fellas, and no, he's going. Oh, man, we stopped him there on 1st down, but he gained too much. 2nd and 7 now, 34 seconds, the fullback all the way down for 2 yards away. Do or die. If we don't get this, it's over. We get the... What did we get? We got the rush and no tackle. And here I'm spamming timeout. The game doesn't want to give it to me. He's going to kick the field goal. It is up. It is good. So with 2 seconds, can we perform the miracle? Do we return it with Cardona? Of course we do. He's the GOAT. What is going to happen here? Is he going to take it to the end zone? And no, he doesn't. 1st loss of the season. 1st loss since the Super Bowl as well. That is rough. This is the 1st loss that we take in the regular season in this league in probably over 20 games, honestly. Maybe more than 20. But nonetheless, we take the 3-point loss. Obviously, things could have went our way that game, or at least a little closer our way. But anyways, he still played a really solid game. Just a little confusing on some of those picks, but nonetheless, a great matchup. And we've been taken down, so we are now, I believe, 6-1 going against the Cardinals next week. We had a decent game. Didn't really play the way we wanted to. It's really starting and finishing with the lack of a run game. Down to 63 yards this game. Dude, was just not good. We just can't run the ball successfully in this league anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the O-line's been failing us, bad plays, or what's the story, but the ground game just not working in the slightest. You can see there, 2.9 a carry. And honestly, if we would have finished it the way we started, it would have been just like the last week. Just terrible this season. Barely probably rushing for a 4 per carry, which is like average for real life, let alone this league. But nonetheless, I keep saying nonetheless, we had a great game on defense. Just didn't finish it out on offense. Thought we were going to clutch it. Instead, we choke it. But anyways, hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see